Good evening from Fulton tonight. This is Bruce Smiley. I'm covering for Ethan Alexander, who had previous engagement tonight. So we'll get started here in just a second. First batter tonight for the Hoppers is Robert Estrada. First pitch was a ball. Next pitch called strike. That's a ball outside. Swung and fouled off to right. Counts now 2-2. Next pitch to Estrada. Called strike 3 on the outside corner for the first out. Bell playing center field tonight. It's the next batter for the Hoppers. Strike on the outside corner. Got a wide strike zone, strike 2. That one's outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes, Bill. Ball is hit to first. He fumbles it, pitches over to the first base, the pitcher that's covering, and cannot handle it, so Bill is on first. Luis Vergara is now stepping into the plate, up to the plate. 1 runner on. Checks the runner, comes to the plate. Called strike. Checks the runner again. Luis takes the pitch. It's low in the dirt. Throws to first. It gets back in time. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. On the outside, throws to first again. And it got away from him, but not far enough for him to advance. All right, pitcher's set. Here comes the pitch. Runner goes. Throw down to second. And he got him. That'll bring up the second out of the inning. That was a strike. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Vergara with nobody on. Foul back. Count means 1-2. Apologize for the post in a way, but there's nothing we can do with it. I try to get the best shot I could with the close-up camera. That ball's high. So we walked him. I was off on the count there. My fault. Hood's the next batter up. First pitch to Hood. It goes back to the first baseman. He tosses it at first for the third out. He's trying to get him sleeping there with that bunt, and it didn't work out. So at the middle of the first, Hoptown 0, Fulton 0. Okay, we're back here for the bottom of the first. The pitcher tonight for the Hoppers is Jack McGuire from Illinois College. Catcher tonight is Luis Villalaba. First base is Mickey Villalobos. Second, first pitch called ball. Hit to the shortstop. Overthrows the first baseman. So Fulton gets the first runner on base. Try to fill you in on the rest of the lineup in just a second. First pitch swung him on and missed. The ball. Our second baseman tonight is Carter Hood. Third base is Chase Cummings. Right field is Eric Estrada. Center field is Stephen Bell. That's foul back for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. In left field is Luis Figueroa. Who's out in the field for the Hoppers tonight. Runner goes. Hit right to the second baseman, but goes through. I meant to say the throw goes to second, but went through the legs. Out to the outfield, and the batter did strike out for the first out of the inning. McGuire sits, looks, runner's going. Fouled off to the right field side, out of play. Anyone that hadn't been to the stadium, Fulton Stadium, the right field is it's less than 200 feet, I think, and has a real high net on it. Very unique stadium. McGuire checks the runner, comes to the plate, inside. Ball 1. Pitch hit out to right and over the netting it goes for a home run. And as you can tell, every time the Railroaders hit a home run, then you hear the train whistle. Any other field, that'd be a routine fly ball. First pitch is high. And that's foul back for a strike. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody on after the home run. And there's 1 out. It's just outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Called strike. Makes it 2-2. Next pitch. Low and away. Full count. High and outside, he walked him. Fulton now has a runner on first. I had the score board wrong there. Sorry about that. Throw over to first. He's back in time. So Fulton leads 2-0. Have a runner on first, 1 out. Runner takes the lead. That pitch is high and outside. Throw to first, and he's back. Plate, runner goes, throw down to second in time, and he has him. Good throw by Villalobos, I'm sorry. Now it's 2 balls and no strikes with 2 outs. First pitch, that pitch was a strike. Next pitch, it's inside. No, he called it a strike. That makes it 2-2 with 2 outs. Just misses outside, so count's now full, 3-2. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Count remain 3-2. Fouled straight back. Inside, so he walks him. I put a runner on first with 2 outs. McGuire set, checks the runner, comes to the plate. A little low. Beautiful night here in Fulton. Next pitch is 1 hop to the second baseman. Throws to first for the 3rd out of the inning. But Fulton does do some damage as they score 2 here in the bottom of the 1st. And the Hoppers will be coming up to bat. I want to thank all of our sponsors that allow us to bring you these games on Hopper TV. And also help put on the whole season for the Hoppers. Jones Brothers, White's Auto Mall, Chick-fil-A, Huggart Beard and Giles, Planters Bank, Oak Grove Racing and Gaming, the City of Hopkinsville, Penneral Electric, HWEA, Charlie Henderson State Farm, WHBO, WKDZ, Your Sports Edge, Bikes and More, All Clean Services, Higgins Insurance, JTEKT Column Systems North America, Sunflower Photography, Super Long and Garden, John Schrecker. And we do appreciate all these sponsors. Okay, up first for the Hoppers this inning. be Olivero. First pitch fouled off.
Leading off for the Hoppers, designated hitter number 10, Don Oliverio.
Here's the pitch. That's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch. Ball. 2 balls and 1 strike to Olivero. The pitch is popped up on the infield. It looks like the third baseman's coming over to make the play. And I can see already that I need to adjust the scoreboard there. Now we have it right. So we have 1 out. Here in the top of the second, first pitch was called strike. Hit down the third base line, picks it up, scoops, throws to first. The ball gets over his head, but the runner does not advance. So 1 out hit.
Now batting for Hopkinsville, the pitcher, number 35, Luis Villalba.
All right, next up is Luis Villalba. He's catching tonight. First pitch is outside for a ball. Luis batting left-handed. Next pitch, called strike, 1-1. Luis is ready. Pitcher set, checks the runner, comes to the plate. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. He couldn't hold it back. So he tried to check swing, but wasn't able to. So that's third strike. Next up is Mickey Villalobos, playing first tonight. First pitch, off-speed pitch, caught the corner. It's low in the dirt, so it'll be 1-1 to Mickey. Checks the runner. Here he comes to the plate again. That is popped up. The shortstop's going to get that one for the third out of the inning. So the Hoppers were not able to do anything in the inning. So after 1.5, it's Fulton 2, Hopper 0. All right, coming up for Fulton here in the bottom of the second is for the Railroaders is Tate, who is playing first base tonight. Next pitch hits him. So he'll take first. So the first runner for the Railroaders is on first. McGuire set, comes to the plate. Call strike. Throw to first, runner's back. Guard brings to the plate, swung on a miss, throw down to first, not in time to get the runner. So it's no balls and 2 strikes. To Binkley, the shortstop. Gar goes back, goes to first and almost gets him, not quite. Here's pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3, first out. Railroaders bring up Cloud, who's the second baseman. McGuire's looking at the runner, comes to the plate, and fouled off for strike 1. Throw to first. Fulton runners getting a pretty good size lead. McGuire trying to keep him in check. That's fouled straight back for strike 2. That shows you the lead he's got there. McGuire looks again, brings it to the plate. Down the first base side, but foul. Villalobos almost made a good play on that ball. It's just out of reach. Count remains 0-2, 1 out. Pitch, fouled off. Runner takes the lead. McGuire checks. Comes to the plate, swung on, hit to the third base. Goes between his legs for an error. Cummings didn't quite get down on that one all the way. So now there's runners on first and second with 1 out. Fulton's back to the top of the lineup. Center fielder Reed is at the plate. McGuire fakes the throw to second base. Set, checks the runners, brings it in. Strike on inside corner. Pitch swung on, fouled, out of play. Counts 0-2. Here's a pitch. Check swing. They say he didn't go. Ball one. Bar getting his signal. Sets, checks the runners. Checks again, brings it to the plate. That ball's fouled off down the third baseline. His count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bar checks the runners again. Fouled back. Count remains 1-2. It's popped up, but it's going to be out of play. So the count will remain 1-2. Guar comes in with the 1-2 pitch again, just misses on the outside. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Checks the runner. Second. Comes to the plate. High and outside. It's a full count now. The runners at first and second. The ball is hit hard down the left field line, over the fence but foul, thank goodness. It was a very well hit ball. The count remains 3-2. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Checks the runners, comes to the plate. In the dirt, goes to the backstop, but no one can. They were going to advance anyway on the 4th ball. So the bases are loaded now with 1 out. And number 5, Detrude, the left fielder, is at bat. Again, the bases are loaded. Wire sets, comes to the plate. High. Wire comes to the plate. Strike called. So 1-1. The base is loaded here for Fulton in the bottom of the second. Swung on and missed. It was a foul tip. McGuire's now ahead of the batter, 1-2. Comes to the plate, way outside, almost gets away from Luis, but he stops it, keeps the run from coming in. So counts now 2-2. Swung on and missed for the third strike. That was very well needed at this time.
Now batting for the Railroaders, number 1, Mark Anderson.
And the Hoppers pitching coach is coming out to have a discussion with the pitcher in the infield. So I'll give you again some of our sponsors. We can't thank these people enough. HWEA, Charlie Henderson State Farm, the Edge Group, Bikes and More, All Clean Services, Higgins Insurance, JTEKT Column Systems North America. Again, we thank all of our sponsors. We wouldn't be able to have the Hoppers without their support. All right, here's the first pitch to him. Swung on a miss for a strike. Next pitch. Low and away. 1-1. Fouled straight back. Just a little outside. 2-2. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Here's the pitch in the dirt, gets behind the Villalobos, I'm sorry. And a runner scores. Makes it 3-0 Railroaders. Now they have runners on second and third. Full count to the batter. McGuire comes to the plate. It's outside. He walked him. Loads the bases again. That ball's hit to left field for a single. 1 run comes in. The next runner's coming in, and he is safe. Another runner to third. That was almost overthrown. But a good stop by Cummings over there on, I believe it was Cummings on third base that made the catch. So the Railroaders score 2 more. And have runners on second and third. Now 5-0. Guard comes to the plate. Off speed pitch outside. on the corner for a strike. Brings the count to 1-1. That's inside and low. 2-1. Hoppers are going to have to get their bats going in a hurry here so this won't get out of hand. There's a pitch on the corner for a strike. Counts 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 out, 2 men on base. There's a throw, and it's down the third baseline, foul. They'll return back to home plate and try it again. McGuire set, comes to the plate, swung and missed, got away from Balaba, but he picks it up and makes a throw to first for the 3rd out of the inning. But the damage is done as Fulton picks up 3 runs here in the bottom of the 2nd, take 5-0 lead, and the Hoppers will be coming up here in the top of the 3rd. All right, here we are back in the top of the 3rd. Counts now 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's high, 2-2. 1-2, I'm sorry. No, 2-2. I was right. It's slow on the scoreboard. That's foul back. Count remains 2-2. Here's the pitch. That's low. Counts full, 3-2. That's high, so he walked him. So Perkins will go to first. The Hoppers get their first batter on. Robert Estrada's now coming up to the plate. First pitch is called strike. Next pitch is hit to right against the wall. Right fielder catches it for the out. Again, this short fence that probably would have been a hit in a normal ballpark, but with the outfielder having to play so close in, a lot of singles end up getting caught, and a lot of pop flies will go off the fence. So, it's an odd setup here. That ball is hit to the second baseman. He bobbles it and ends up throwing to first for the out. So have a runner at second now with 2 outs. Luis Vergara coming up to the plate. All right, Luis steps in. Perkins takes the lead at second. Here's the pitch. High and inside for ball 1. Next pitch inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Pitcher steps off. Now he comes to set. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-0. Inside for ball 4, doing 3 straight balls. So we now have runners on first and second with 2 outs.
Now batting number 25, Carter Hood.
Carter Hood now comes to the plate. The Hoppers are threatening here. First pitch down the middle for a strike. Next pitch swung on and missed. Throw down to first, but he's back in time. So the count's 0-2. To Carter. Pitcher set, takes a look at the runner at second. Comes to the plate, high and outside. Counts now 1-2. Hood gets dug in. Pitcher set. Swung on and missed for the 3rd out of the inning. Well, the Hoppers leave 2 here in the top of the 3rd. Fulton's ahead 5-0. Here we go into the bottom of the third. First pitch is a ball. Ball inside. Mixed pitch fouled off. That one's fouled off. 2-2. Strike called. Nice breaking ball, caught the outside corner.
Now then, number 15, Jonathan Tate.
Strike two. Two good pitches. Next pitch, curveball, hit high in the air. Right fielder Estrada's under it for the out. So the Hoppers get the second out here of the inning.
Now then, number 14, Hunter Berkeley.
That ball's hit down for a base hit down the third baseline. The runner makes the turn but stays at first base. Vergara got over to the ball quick, got it back into the infield, so the runner was not able to advance.
Now then, number 3, Aiden Hall.
We did change pitchers. Dylan Eaton is now pitching. Throw over to first. Runner got back. Let you kind of see that he is getting a pretty good lead. That ball there was high for ball one. Next pitch outside. Runner, ball gets away from Villalba and runner takes second. That gets into the dirt, gets by, the runner goes to third. Runner's now at third with 2 outs, counts 2-1. That ball there is hit. The center fielder makes the catch with a third out, so the Hoppers get out of that inning without a Fulton scoring. So the score is still Railroaders 5, Hoppers 0. All right, folks. It's a new camera that we have. It's actually wireless that we can use. And as the season goes on, we're going to try to use that even more. The other night we used it a little bit at the home game. Had it set up at the bullpen. Next pitch is a strike. Hard to see the numbers on these. The uniforms are beautiful, the military uniforms, but the numbers are really hard to make out. Swung and a miss. For the first out. That was Dom Olivero. Chase Cummings is now coming up to bat. And here's the first pitch to Cummings. Swung on, hit high to the second baseman who makes the catch for the second out. Luis Villalba's coming to the plate. Be batting left-handed again. First is low and inside for a ball. Next pitch swung and missed. Counts 1-1. Pitcher set, comes to the plate. Low and in dirt. Those 2 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch. A little high for ball 3. So counts 3-1. And here's a pitch low. So he walked Villalba. And we'll have Mickey Villalobos will be coming up next. First pitch is outside for a ball. Outside, ball 2. Railroaders are having a conference out at the mound. So go around the field here with the camera. Maybe you'll be able to see how that left and out to center is about normal. And then when you start coming around on the right field side, as you see, the grass gets shorter and shorter to the wall until you get over here to right field where there's not much grass there. So like I said, a very unique field. That's next pitch was ball 3, so it's 3 balls and no strikes to Villalobos. Here's next pitch. Ooh, called strike. No, he said ball 4. Umpire was confusing us all there. Everybody up here in the press box was thinking that he called it a strike. But anyway, we have runners at first and second now with 2 out. Sam Perkins up the plate. First pitch is outside for a ball. So the Hoppers are trying to go with 2 outs again in this inning. Next pitch, outside, ball 2. Pitcher takes a look, sits, comes to the plate. There's a hit hard up the middle for a base hit. And we hold the runners at third. And so now we have the bases loaded. Perkins gets a hit up the middle. And now the bases will be loaded with Rob Estrada coming to the plate. Here with 2 outs. So the bases are loaded. Hoppers could sure use a hit right now. Tighten this game up. High and inside. That wasn't even close. Estrada gets set. Here's the pitch. High for ball 2. We'll take a walk, get a run. And the pitch. That's a strike. So we have 2 balls, 1 strike. Bases are loaded for the Hoppers with 2 outs. Here's the pitch hit to the shortstop. 2 Hopper throws to second for the force out. That'll end the inning. Hoppers leaving 3 on. And the score after 3.5 is 5-0 Fulton. All right, let me thank our sponsors again. Sunflower Photography, who's going to be furnishing the baseball cards for the Hoppers. It'll be coming up later in the season, be listing for what night that will be. Super Lawn and Garden, J. Schrecker Jewelers, Jones Brothers, White's Auto Mall, Chick-fil-A, Huggart Beard and Giles, Planters Bank, Oak Grove Racing and Gaming, City of Hopkinsville, Penarol Electric, HWEA, Charlie Henderson State Farm, the Edge Group, consisting of WHBO, WKDZ, and Your Sports Edge, Bikes and More, All Clean Services, Higgins Insurance, and JTKT Column Systems North America. Again, we appreciate all of our sponsors. Give you another little view of the stadium here at Fulton, some of the Fulton fans. This is an older stadium that was when the old Kitty League was played. It was played here at Fulton Railroads, had a team then. So that's a quick look of the stadium. All right, first pitch this inning. It's outside for a ball. Strike on the outside corner. Counts 1-1. Next pitch. Outside corner, strike 2. Well, 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Swung on, hit to third base. Cummins comes up with the ball, throws to first for the out. And it brings up, I believe it's Trude, the left fielder, number 5 for the Railroaders. First pitch to him is a ball. Next pitch, strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouled off. Counts 1-2. Ball's big chopper up to second base. He throws over and not in time, gets over Villalobos' head, but the runner will stay at first. First pitch is low for ball 1. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Fouled back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner takes the lead at first. Comes to the plate. Fouled off the Railroaders' dugout. Y'all have to bear with me. I'm trying things new here. Try to get you to better. There's a throw that gets by. Goes down the right field. And runner will advance to second. So the runner advances to second. Strike 3 called. Catches the outside corner for the second out of the inning. Railroader fans did not like that call. Here's the pitch, low and in the dirt, gets by. Louise takes the throw to third, but not in time. Now the Railroaders have a runner at third with 2 outs. Ball is hit high out into left center, and the left fielder catches it. Vergara for the 3rd out. So after 4, Railroaders 5, Hopper 0. All right, we're back here in the top of the 5th. Stephen Bell's leading us off. Hoppers need to get on the scoreboard. First pitch is high and outside for ball 1. Next pitch, swung and missed. Outside ball 2. Swung and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch inside. It'll be a full count. That ball is hit to the left, and left fielder gets under it for the out. All right, Luis Figueroa's up at bat. First pitch to him, high and outside. That was a ball, so it's 2 balls, no strikes. Next pitch, I think the plate got a little wide on that. He called that a strike. Took about 6 inches outside. Here's the next pitch. That did catch the corner. Strike 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. Carter Hood will be coming up next. Hood playing second base tonight. Here's the first pitch to Hood. Strike. Here's the next pitch. Swung, fouled down the third base line. Counts 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. High. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Third out of the inning. Hoppers go 1-2-3 here in the top of the fifth. So after 4.5, Hoppers still behind 5-0. All right, here we go in the bottom of the fifth. First pitch. It's a called strike. Next is outside. Strike on the inside corner. I think it's Foster is who's batting. It just swung and missed before the third strike for the first out of the inning. DeQ, I think is what you say his name, is up to the bat now for the Railroaders. First pitch is way outside for ball one. Next pitch, swung on and fouled down the left field line, out of play. Count is 1-1. Inside, almost hit him. Counts 2-1. Called strike. Those 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, I think the name is the Q, the DH for Fulton. Here's the pitch. Swung, hit down the left field line, foul. So count remained 2-2. Hoppers do have 1 out in the inning. Next pitch, outside. So count's now full, 1 out. Ball is chipped down the left field line for a hit. So Fulton gets a runner on first here with 1 out.
And then number 15, Jonathan.
Outside, ball 1. Runner takes the lead at first. The pitch inside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Next pitch, he hit him. So that'll put runners on first and second now with 2 outs.
Number 14,
All right, Fulton has runners at first and second now with 1 out. Comes the pitch. It's outside for ball 1. Swung on and the bat goes flying down the right field line. Went toward Hoptown's dugout, but didn't get into it, luckily. But it slipped right out of his hand. So the count's 1-1 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Villalobos is playing behind the runner at first. Checks the run. Swung and missed. Strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes, 2 runners on with 1 out. Here, Fulton threatening again here in the bottom of the 5th. That was called ball high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. He's low and inside. So counts full. 1 out. Runners on first and second for the Railroaders. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Swung and hit deep out to center field. Center fielder keeps going back. Catches it at the wall. The runner on second will advance to third standing up. And the runner at first remains on first. So that is the second out of the inning. And Railroaders now have runners on first and third with 2 outs. Throw to first, runners back. It's called strike. One of the Fulton's fans totally disagreed with that. Next pitch. Foul back. The runner was going on the pitch from first. Counts 0-2. And the ball's hit off the right field. They called it fair right on the line. 1 run scores. Estrada gets the ball in quick and keeps the runners at second and third. So the Railroaders have scored 1 here in the inning. We are having just a little shire here. The umpires have walked out. It looks like with the hard rain, they're going to bring them in and hold off here for a little bit and see what the weather's going to do. It is coming down pretty hard right now. And so we'll take a break and come back on just as soon as we know what's going on. They are rolling the tarp out to cover it up, cover up the field. The Railroaders are. Give me a chance to use this new camera. We'll watch them roll this tarp out. Of course, the rain is slowing up now by the time they get it rolled out here. I have not looked at the radar. They're making quick work of getting this field covered, though. The field is in good shape. Of course, they did have rain last night like we did, but the field is in good shape. And like I said, they're getting a tarp rolled out here. Hopefully we can get back to playing before too long. Good job, guys. Good job. And the fans acknowledging it too. Well, and it's starting to rain hard again, so we will take a break. I'll leave the stream up, and we'll come back on just as soon as the decision is made. Hopefully this little shower get through and we can get back to playing. I'm going to pull up the radar here real quick and see what it shows before I do go off. And appropriately, they are playing the song Kentucky Rain here over the intercom. And the rain is really coming down right now. I mean,